welcome back. We are back with another video on Kaiju that was promised about a week ago. Chapter 77 through 82. We know the one's dropping in a couple days, but this is a good spot to stop and cover. So I'll just ask you guys. The anime concepts came out recently. Online, a lot of terrible reception. What do you guys think?
From what I have seen, I don't think they're too bad. Like we talked about the Kafka one off screen. That was kind of like a little bit of a worry because it does look a little
Looks like he eats
goofy, I guess. I don't know. I prefer the manga look still over all of them. However, though, I don't think they are terrible. Just the Kafka, the face of Kafka is what's kind of throwing me off. Um, Kaiju No. 8 looks a little weird, but he's
Looks,
not like it's not like bad. It looks like
looks
they're just
beefy.
kind of he looks a little beefy, but Kafka's face though, just his smile, like his block head, and the smile is just
I think
it is kind of funny.
I think the chin line, the jawline,
Yeah, like
is really
literally he's a
affecting.
blockhead.
It's
He's a
affecting
blockhead,
all of them because all of them are rounded except for his. His is block shaped, and then
dude. He's
with
literally a
all of
He's
them,
Steve.
it should come more to a point, like in the manga. But I mean, how they look, it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah,
It's not the best animation studio doing. It's not Mapler or Ufotable. So
my whole idea on it is you can't look at the concepts and base it off of the manga because they're different artists. It's like if one person were to draw anything and then someone else were to draw the same thing, there's going to be some differences in it just because of, the artist's style or their, personal touches to it. So for me, I think they all look good except for Kafka's face. But other than Kafka's face, I think he looks all right too. So
I was gonna say though, it could even be like what they're using to draw too. Could even like different, make it different, like in art style and everything. I would assume that it'd probably be around the same, but that could be something else they could throw in the mix too.
I think it's honestly it's going to be hit or miss either way. Of course, I agree with you guys that Kafka and Kaiju No. 8 do not look the best. And it's we'll see when it comes out how it does, what it actually looks like in motion, and honestly, I think the thing that kind of like it doesn't grind my gears per se, but it just makes me question it a little bit is the designs for the suits are a little off to me. They seem a little off. The chest pieces are rounded when they're kind of more of like a trapezoidal shape, in the manga, I believe. And
I didn't even focus on that. I was more focused on the faces.
Well, I mean, the whole design overall it's going to be interesting. Of course, again, it's not Mapper or Ufotable doing the animation. It's the animation studio is
Production.
What were they called? Production IG. They're the ones who did like Eden of the East, XXX Holic, and some other OVAs.
We're not on only fans right now, Tito.
No, XXX Holic is a supernatural show. It's not like that.
So I get what you're saying. I think that
I mean, they did Ghost in the Show too. I think they took a lot of their inspiration from their Ghost in the Shell that they did.
It is also just concept art too.
Yeah.
Something
so it doesn't release till next year, and it still looks better than Boruto does. So
I mean, it's kind of like me also being a Marvel fan. Every time a Marvel movie drops, like right before, or maybe not right before, but a little bit after, the concept art will drop too of like what they're thinking of, and like I mean, 90% of the time it doesn't end up exact. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously it's concept art. This is their idea, but they go through thousands of it just to even get like a relative idea of what they want to do. So it's definitely can change.
I think they're getting real close to what the viewers, the consumers are wanting, but they're still got a little bit more work to do.
I'll
Of
look
course.
at that Reddit
I
page.
would say we should be positive on the outlook of it because the newest one they dropped for Hoshina looks really good.
It does look good. It does.
I think it looks better than any of the like first collage that they dropped. So
That's what I'm saying. It's just like it's concept art. It's just something that they can keep just honestly expanding on. And just,
yeah,
I mean,
like,
even then throwing it out there to the internet, that gives them reviews back to what they should adjust to it as well.
There'll be revisions.
Yeah,
happens with
exactly. And I'm just glad that this manga is going to be getting animated. Like many others can just kind of get like thrown off to the side, but at least this one's popular enough, and I feel like has a good enough story to be animated, and someone is taking their time to do that. So I definitely appreciate that part of it.
And the cool thing is that they're showing the concept art to the viewers and readers beforehand, so they can get critiqued and they can put in their editorial differences in.
I feel like that kind of needs to happen for this one though, because I feel like it's not that known of a series, but the people that know it love it. So I feel like they have to get some things right for the animation.
Kind of like fan service, almost in a way. Like some movies stuff will do it. Like we have to at least hit this one thing right, otherwise we're gonna get ringed out by like people who read it or whatever it may be.
It's like what happened to the Sonic the Hedgehog movie the first time.
Yeah, when they dropped his first original look and they got bullied.
The company into fixing it.
Fixed it, delayed the movie.
However, though, I don't think they're that bad. I don't want to say the concept art is bad for Kaiju.
No, it's
Sonic was just flat out terrible.
No, and Kaiju's it's not bad. Again, as I just said before, it's hit or miss. For some people.
I get that. It's just little details that like you can pick up on from reading it and everything. Me personally, it was just the freaking Minecraft head that he had. But yeah,
they're partnering with Minecraft. He's gonna be in the next texture pack.
I would get that texture pack.
He looks bad for a Minecraft character. So let's get into it. My initial thoughts for it was it's really good. Like we left off last time, it was the Kaiju dropping down, and starts out with 15 and Kikuru fighting. Kikuru's my favorite character, so I was a little bit more invested in this part than if they would start out with another character. Obviously, all the characters are good that are matched up against the Kaiju. But yeah, you notice that they look alike, obviously. Now they'll picture up on the screen. They can get a view of it. And she struggles with 88 combat power, and I can't remember the new general's name, but he mentions like, hey, this normally takes many officers and captain level soldiers to even beat a Daikaiju or higher. So I think she puts up a good fight, especially going into chapter
doesn't he mention
79.
He mentions like, I need you to do it.
No, that's Narumi.
There's some
Narumi.
Oh, that was okay.
Says, my dumb disciple, I cannot send backup.
That okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So she exceeds 88. She actually gets up to I think 94.
94.
Yeah, but that's not at that time though. That's like slow, like that's basically near the kind of like with the end of what we've seen so far.
It's slowly
79. Because
I think she's gonna break 100 though.
82.
I don't know if she's gonna be. I don't know. Man, I hope she breaks it. I want to see her break 100. I want to like take it like, because wasn't her mom 93?
He said when she was at 93, I think he said he's almost caught Hikara. And I think she'll get to 96, 95, 96. Narumi will probably pass her 100 because he's already at 99, I believe. And
yeah, he's 98.
He just got hit for what they make it seem like he's a first.
Well, and the thing is with Kikuru is that so the way it's set up is that she's chasing a ghost that's been imprinted on her suit and that her mother wore before her, and she's trying to surpass that ghost.
I don't think it's just imprinted on her suit though. I think that's kind
of. They said it is.
It's
Yeah, but like,
it's not
but to her
imprinted
though,
on the suit. It's for the people who wear the suits can
It's the
sometimes
suits.
get
It's like the
it's
suits'
memories.
memories.
yeah, and
Which
okay, so what I'm trying to explain is though, like I get that part, but I think also like even without the suit, no matter what, she's gonna be chasing her mom because
well, yeah, but
she wants to surpass her.
the whole thing about
And I
what they're
think the
trying to
suit,
show us is that she's physically seeing her mom and
yeah,
physically
and I,
chasing her,
yeah, and I
which
would
I think
like,
is dumb. I think what you're saying is a lot better.
like she's kind of seeing like the visions of her mom while fighting. Like I get that, but I kind of like took it as like she just like the suit is playing into the fact that with like its memories and thing to the fact that she's constantly chasing her mom because she says countless times that all she wants to do is just make her mom and dad proud.
And
Yeah,
her goal is
And
the
to
only
be her parents
the
to be
only
proud.
thing that kind of goes against what you're saying there is that like she's always been chasing it is the fact that they said that many other suits have had that capability.
which yeah, and I get that. I was
Then
just saying
Rennie
like it
has
kind of like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
clarifies that happens.
her personal play into it, the suit's memories kind of like for her personally kind of I
Yeah.
guess in a way kind of like help her or whatever. But they make her see her mom
Yeah.
pretty much,
For
the
me,
person she's chasing.
it would have been so much better if they kept that part out and we just saw Kikuru's thoughts of her chasing her mom and like trying to do what her mom was doing, instead of them giving like some like explanation to why she can see her mom or whatever. Because I think the memories of the suits thing is kind of, in my opinion, dumb. Just
Well,
because like
Yeah,
I get it because
for
they're
anyone
made from the
else that
kaiju.
doesn't matter. Like if some random dude just got a new suit and he's seeing the dude that used it last time, he's like, I don't care about that guy, because they could have different fighting styles, they could have different thoughts, different opinions on things, different
that's why it plays into
capabilities.
I don't know.
Yeah,
her a
but
little bit.
I think the
I don't know.
fighting
I just think
styles have
it's
to be
kind of dumb for
somewhat
me.
similar because it when you have to be the suits you have to be compatible with. Like Reno got 6, I believe he is. I think it is 6. It's been a while since they said it, but I think because he was compatible. So I think there has to be some sort of similarities between previous users and current users. I thought it was
And
fine because the memory of the phenomenon that happens is I don't know. I don't think it's as common as we're saying it is.
Well, yeah,
It could be because she has that psychological feeling, and then the suit, because it's made from a kaiju, was a living thing, and because with isn't it with the cores and everything they use the cores,
yeah.
and if that's the case, the cores probably are still not completely dead, so then you still have the powers from it. So you could be seeing the memories of the kaiju of the
Well,
previous
that's what
person
they
in the suit.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't think it's too crazy. I'm not against it like you are, but
I'm
I would
not
have to agree with
against it.
Daniel though, a little bit.
I just think it's kind of like tacky. I
they
mean,
could have went about a different route. There's just a memory could have
just
like a
just
flashback.
letting us know that only Kikru is the one who can see her mom and like is the only one who's driving to be her mom, and then you can have the other people be like, this looks like when Kikru's mom used to fight.
See, I agree with that. Like, she could have like a flashback or whatever to how her mom was fighting, but not be chasing a ghost. But then so not chase the ghost or whatever, have the flashback, then like start pulling off those moves, and then let's say another like commanding officer or general that was around when her mom was saw her, and then it's kind of like, I mean, the way I can explain it is like when Naruto popped up with like fighting Pain, and everybody's like, wow, he looks like the fourth Hokage, right? He pulls up, and it was like I think it was Tsunade. But it was like the behind. It was like a shot from him from behind, and they were just talking about like how it looked like the fourth Hokage. And I think they could easily do that with Kikuro. Like, and she even says like how much she resembles her mom.
Yeah,
And I mean, they had a side by side picture, and it's like, dude, like that's like I get it's drawn, but it's kind of crazy, like in the story, like how much they do.
They mentioned that her and her mom look alike, but she's got the power of her father, and then
Yeah.
it gets into her chasing the ghost deal.
Yeah.
So I can see why they did that. Do I think it was a great move? No. Could it have been better? Yes. Everything can be better, but it's, it is what it is.
See, I'm okay with her chasing the ghost. I just don't like the thought of the suit's memories. Because, again, if it's not...
It's like the suit's got
Kikuru's
like a
mom,
personality.
yeah,
Pretty much.
the people that use the suit after someone dies, you don't know that guy. You probably have similar fighting styles, but you don't fight the same. Like Kikuru's doing the exact moves as her mom was doing. I think if someone else were to see like a ghost trying to fight with them, they'd just get confused.
Freak out. Like, what is this?
Yeah. I can see where you guys come from, so I'm not gonna harp on it or anything.
I mean, I want to hear your opinion still.
No, I already gave it. I thought it was fine. I could see where you guys come from, where it would have been some memory. It would have been more of a. I think it would have been more personal, more emotional for her if it was just a memory.
Then she's, but if you, and then later on in that she ends up becoming psychologically weak.
We'll get to that. I was gonna say Narumi getting hit first time, and then that's when the realization comes in because they check in with Hoshina. Hoshina's getting outclassed in a hand-to-hand comp. Well, a battle of blades, and then they realize that Nine wasn't worried about attacking the facilities. Wasn't worried about none of that. He wanted to separate the main force with Kaiju he has made. So you know that 10. Yeah, 10 has said that they were made for this. So 11 through 15 were all made specifically to fight a certain one of the top dogs, I would say, of the defense force.
So right now they got to do a scramble because otherwise they're just gonna be stuck in their deal. I'm kind of curious to who's gonna take. I think Kiku's. I don't think she's gonna change though. I don't think she's gonna switch off of her fight.
I don't think they will switch. They don't have the time.
The one Hoshina's fighting right now is specialized for him, and it says it won't lose in single combat.
I think that would have been better off against Mina because she has stated herself that she is not good in close quarter combat. We don't know what the one she's fighting is. Well, I think in a battle of range, I think she's gonna railgun him from 3 towns over.
They both railgun.
To be fair, though, when you got a railgun, you don't need to get close. You don't need to get close at all.
But the thing is, they dropped in. If he would have dropped in the same range as the other ones dropped in, like with the 15 dropping down Kikuru, they were so close. Narumi gets hit because it's water in his movements, not the electrical currents.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm interested. I hope they go back to that one. I hope they cut away from Hoshina since they cut to Hoshina, but with the one with Shino Nomi.
I feel like it's gonna stay on that one though.
They probably will because it's Kafka
right away in the next chapter.
I would like to see that scene and then cut to Narumi. I'm a little bit more interested on how the strongest soldier is going to handle this.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting for sure.
I like Narumi and I like Kikuru's story right now. Like what's going on. I think the one I'm more intrigued in is
Kikuru. Be in 18 different fights by the time one finishes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They like
honestly, they probably won't even touch because I'm sure this Kafka deal will take up at least chapter 2.
The next chapter will be solely focused on Narumi, Hoshina, or Kafka. Or they want to introduce who's 11 is fighting Narumi, correct? And then 15 is fighting Kikuru.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they said the number for Hoshina.
You know which one we haven't seen yet?
Fighting. The block.
The block. We haven't seen the block yet. What's block doing?
He probably has super high defenses, so she can't snipe him. Guarantee that's what it is.
Could be.
He's just a block, dude. You can't just pierce through it with normal stuff, man.
The Q.
It do be blocking though.
It is.
He be blocking.
But yeah, that was.
Or he's like the comm tower for them. Like that's how all like the hive
like the
take that out. Then kind of like the mothership.
Yeah, it's highly possible.
He's not like the leader, but he's like I don't know. I guess like the communications array, which I don't think that's what it's going to end up being. Don't get me wrong, but it's just an idea. Just because we haven't seen him yet, so I'm just thinking of what is important.
He's playing
chess.
Be.
And you're playing checkers, buddy, okay?
I prefer chess over checkers. I hate checkers.
I don't chess. I will play checkers.
You know what a pawn does, T?
A pawn? Yeah, it moves like 1 or 2. You can choose like the 1 or 2 moves
It
spaces
can
forward.
only move up to 2 on its first move, and after that, it can only move
Okay,
straight unless
then
it's
after that
taking
it's 1. Yeah.
another piece at an
Okay.
angle, and it can only
Yeah.
take at an angle.
Hey, listen here, Grandmaster of Chess. I never claimed to be a champion, so I don't know why we're giving me questions about it.
I'm a grandmaster compared to an infant. I can't play
I
chess for too long because I get bored, especially when the other person's taking a light year to move.
This
I'm
is
looking
the
at your
longest
square, Daniel.
conversation I've had
I
about
don't take that
chess.
long. You take so long to move when you
I do
play.
not. I move quick
You-
because I don't even want to be playing all that.
Let's move on.
Okay, this is the longest,
One of us here is lying, and
longest
it's not me.
conversation I've had about chess. Let's get it going.
Yeah. So, what are you guys looking forward to? No, sorry.
Kafka going Super Saiyan.
The mental attack that 15
Mm-hmm.
put on Kikru, and that's when they start to realize that they were all meant to fight them.
Idea, the ghost of Kikuru's mom gets her out of that, like, I don't know, phase that she's in, the Genjutsu or whatever that she's under.
Do you guys know
Gets
how
her out of it.
designed such a special kaiju for Kikru?
No.
Isn't it because he has her dead?
And if the memory, that might be why they did with the memories, because he could have the memories that from her dad,
Hmm.
which I think is cool. I think if that is what he's doing with memory, we'll revisit this conversation. But because then I don't see
It'll
any
be
issue
interesting to
with it.
see.
If that is why the author's building it up the way they are. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Kikru fight finishing. And I think
So-
Hoshina dies. I know we talked about this a couple videos ago. I think Hoshina's the one that.
What do you think is the ending battle to this? Who's in it, I guess I should say. I think it's going to be Kafka and the 8.
If 9 doesn't
But
drop down, now that Kafka has
or
revealed
Kafka
himself,
9, not 8.
I think that now that if 9 doesn't drop down because they were trying to hide Kafka just because that's who 9's looking for. If he waits for all the other ones to die, which the way he's building this villain up, I don't think he will. I think he will pull everyone to the center, and it might be a giant battle. But if it is where they all get clapped up, Hoshina dies, and then 9 drops in, I could see it just being whoever's remaining.
Well, it's probably going to be Mina and Kafka.
Yeah.
I don't see Mina or Kafka. Or Reno.
Yeah, no.
Or
I don't
Kikru.
see Reno.
I think the only two options are Narumi or Hoshina.
They're definitely going to refer back to Kafka and Mina's backstory about the Kafka core. He's probably going to say something like Kafka core move out or some shit like that.
It might have a flashback for that. I could see Narumi dying in his fight. Kikru hearing about it during her fight as she's about to lose. Gives her like this mental amp. She wins.
I don't know if Narumi's going to die, man.
Bro, I'm going to be so mad.
Daniel,
I feel like he's such a fan favorite.
I know, but if Narumi dies to some water, bro, I'm going to be so mad.
In Pokemon, he would have the advantage right now. But it just don't work that way.
If he drowns.
I'm just saying, bro, I will.
I just don't think he's going to take enough damage because the stronger your combat power is, the stronger your suit is. The more output, the more damage you can output, and the more defense.
I feel like at some point he's also just gonna figure it out. Honestly,
he's gonna do it, you know.
He's just gonna do something.
I feel
that's just like, you know.
I feel like he's trying.
This is like my last up my sleeve trick, and this is just all I got.
I think he's gonna win just because I think the author has made him seem like he relies on that power. But he's naturally just strong. You still have to be able to output a lot of strength to get the 99%. So I think it's gonna show like he doesn't need that power to be as strong as he is.
What if he can't even be scaled on that power scale because he's so strong? They have to put him on the Kaiju scale.
He is scaled and it's 99.
But I'm saying he gets so much stronger somehow. That's
From
the
not
trick up
using
that
the
sleeve.
ability, I
That's
don't
the
think
trick
that.
up the sleeve.
He gets hit by
Bang.
some gamma rays.
Yeah,
I do
gamma
think he-
radiation.
I do think
And
he'll
then
get to
no,
101.
he goes to straight kaiju scale. T-Dub. They skip the put him on the battle power or whatever. They put him straight on the kaiju,
Well,
the Richter scale.
I think you're tripping because he could beat Kafka as it is. So he doesn't
Yeah.
need to be on the kaiju scale. I think 90 plus is the kaiju scale. 95 plus is the Dai kaiju scale. I would say. I think he's gonna hit 101 in his fight.
110%.
I'm just saying,
No,
if
they won't shoot
bro
that.
dies to some water, I'm not gonna be a happy camper.
Didn't he like
didn't
Kyogre?
bring-
I don't care about goddamn Pokemon, buddy.
He's a water type.
Glad I drowned in the tub.
That might happen.
Literally
all
throwing
that, and all he needed was some
water
cues.
droplets at Narumi, thinking that's gonna do something.
It did.
Barely, bro.
Splash.
It hit him and he was
Barely.
shook.
Yeah, I'd be shook too if someone threw some water at me.
Just
Trying to have a fist fight and they throw a bucket of water at me. Like, what's
Yeah,
I-
hey,
I wanna
you,
know if
you would
he's-
start questioning stuff too if you're just in a random fist fight and water just all of a sudden hits you in the face. And you're
Well,
just
that
like,
makes me
"Whoa."
think. If he is avoiding hits already, so you can obviously see the kaiju's movements themselves.
Just look at the water.
Is he gonna make it rain, or can he change his Byaku Sharingan on and off fast enough to react to the water and the hits? I don't know. I just don't think these kaijus are smart enough. They're not 9. I don't care how long they've
Hey,
They're not
trained.
humans.
Daniel,
been
I know how he
training
does it. Mr. Miyagi, he becomes the water.
Don't forget to like, or subscribe, comment, what you want to hear about next. Peace.
Yeah.
See ya.